Hey guys! All right, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. We're going to keep on moving with chapter 2. 2.6 today, we're going to multiply using expanded form. Now remember, expanded form is when we take a number and we break it up by its place value. So let's look at number 1. We've got 5 times 143. And then it says equals 5 times something plus something plus something. Okay, well those somethings are where we're going to break down our 143 into expanded form. So let's look at it this way. We've got 143, right? What is the value of this this 1 in the hundreds place? Right, it has a value of 100. What about the value of this 4? What is the value of that 4 in the tens place? Yeah, exactly. That 4 in the tens place is 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. Good job. What about this 3 in the ones place? Exactly. If we have anything in the ones place, it's just got a value of itself. So that 3 has a value of 3. Okay, now, see what I've done here? Do you see where maybe it might go in this? Exactly. I'm going to take where I've broken that number down by place value into expanded form, and I'm going to fill in these blanks. So 5 times 100, because that's the value of that 1, plus 40, because that's the value of that 4, plus 3, because that is the value of that 3. Very good. Now, I'm going to, let me erase this and get this out of our way because that's going to get in our way here in a second when we're working this problem out. Okay, so now I've got to look at it and I'm going to bring it down here. 5 times something plus 5 times something plus 5 times something. I'm going to transfer where I've broken it down by place value into those blanks as well. So 5 times 100 plus 5 times 40 plus 5 times 3. Very good. Okay, now I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways that we can multiply using a box. It's kind of similar to when we were doing it with a distributive property, but we're using expanded form this time. Okay, so I'm going to draw a box, and this time it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to have 1 box, 2 box, 3 box. I can just draw it and label it. So this number, remember, is always how many down we are going with our box. So I'm going to go ahead and draw it here. And I'm going to label it with my 5. Okay? Then this number is how many I'm going across. See why I'm saying it doesn't have to be perfect? We're not going to count 143 boxes, right? No. So I'm just going to draw the length of this so that we can, I'll make it a little bit shorter so we can have some room still. All right. Oh no, I lost the top. Whew. Okay, it's back. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take where I have broken that number up into expanded form, and I'm going to break my box up the exact same way. So I'm going to create a fairly large box here for one section, and then for my middle section and for my last section. What do you think is going to go in this larger section? What do you think that's going to be labeled with on top? Yeah, very good. I'm going to take these numbers that I used when I broke it up into expanded form, and I'm going to use those numbers down here on this box. So I'm going to put my 100 here. What would come next? Right, the 40 would come next, and then the 3 is last. Very good. So I've still done the same thing. 5 times 143. I have not changed the value of that 143 just because I've broken it up. I've just done 100 plus 40 plus 3, which we can agree would give me 143, right? Okay. I just want you to see that we're still multiplying the same thing, just a little bit differently. So now I'm going to put 5 times 100, just like we did in the lesson with the distributive property where we're seeing where they're matching. Okay, then I'm going to take this 5 and come to my next section, and it's going to be 5 times what? 40. Very good, just like right here. 5 times 40. And then what's going to be my last section? Very good, it's going to be 5 times 3. Wonderful job. 5 times 3. Okay, so now I've got to multiply. And we get to use that really cool method of using our basic facts to multiply these to make it a little bit easier. So 5 times 100, what's that going to get me? Well, I can use my basic fact of 5 times 1, which gives me what? Good. 5 times 1 is 5. And then how many zeros do I have that I have to add? 2. Very good. So 5 times 100 equals 500. Then I move to my next box, 5 times 40. What basic fact do you see there that I can use? Very good. 5 times 4, which equals what? What is 5 times 4? Very good. It is 20. And then how many zeros do you see that I need to add? Very good. Just the one. Now remember, there is 1 0 here already, but does that count as the 0 I need to add? No, I need to make sure I add the 0 on top of that 0 as well. So 5 times 40 is 200. And then what's 5 times 3? Shout it out to me. Shout it out. Shout it out. Woo! Goodness. That's so loud. Calm down. I heard you. 5 times 3, 15. I got it. All right. Good job. All right. So 5 times 143 is 500, 215, right? No. What do we have to do with all those numbers? Right, we've got to add those all together. So over here on the side, I'm going to go ahead and change my pen color to green, and we're going to add all those up from each of the boxes. So I've got 500 plus 200 plus 15. And remember, it's very important to make sure everything is lined up correctly by place value so that we add the numbers correctly. 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5, very good. 0 plus 0 plus 1, very good. And 5 plus 2 is 7. Great job. So 5 times 143 equals 715. And we did that by breaking that 143 down by using expanded form to multiply. So that kind of pulls in chapter 1 back into chapter 2. All right, we are going to continue with this lesson tomorrow because it is a little bit more difficult, and we're going to have some more examples that we can practice with together and on your own. So you've only got a couple problems to do tonight or this afternoon to practice this, and then tomorrow we'll keep working on it, okay? Great job, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you right here tomorrow.